There's nothing more important than safety, and safety of the staff and students of Willoughby Eastlake is always at the forefront of our actions and decisions.
We all know that tragic events can happen. Whether it's a fire, tornado, or an active shooter that enters a school, survival can be dependent on our plans. Over the last 10 years, Willoughby Eastlake has integrated several changes to procedures that are followed in an emergency, and we have also made physical changes to our schools to enhance safety. Based on the landscape that was occurring across the country, we knew it was time to implement change. When visiting one of our buildings, the first thing that a person will encounter is a locked entrance that can only be unlocked by someone inside the building or someone with a key. Once inside the first door, the visitor is retained in a bullpen entrance and centralized checkpoint. It is here that our building staff uses identification presented to them and clears the guest using the Raptor system. This system, which updates every 30 minutes, ensures that this guest does not have a history of criminal behavior that would prevent them from being able to interact with the students and staff inside. Other physical changes to our schools include cameras throughout the buildings, Motorola radios, Marks radios, blue strobe light, and 3M film, which has been applied to the glass surfaces inside and outside of our schools. The 3M film helps to delay the entrance of an intruder. On the outside of our schools, we have applied this film to all first floor windows and doors. On our large glass garage doors, 3M film has been applied. This film is ballistic resistant and very difficult to get through. In the event of an emergency, Marks Radios allows our staff to communicate with all law enforcement agencies in the county by depressing one button.
This is the Marks radio. Every school in the county does have this radio. This is for emergencies and emergency purposes only, in case there's an active shooter or some sort of threat like that. If there was, this button here, the orange button, would be pushed and all police stations would be notified at the same time that there's an emergency going on here at the school.
Motorola radios allow them to communicate with each other and other buildings in the district. During these emergencies, if a person approaches a school building and the blue strobe light has been activated, this acts as a signal to tell you that there is a lockdown situation in the district and you are to leave the area and take your child with you if you are able to do so. During the last 10 years, we have also realized that we need to recognize the dangers of an armed intruder and have responded to that accordingly. In a situation like this, we all know that the police will arrive in minutes. However, the seconds that are gained delaying the entrance of an intruder gives those inside a chance to respond. Because of this realization, we introduced training using ALICE principles. ALICE stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. Using these strategies taught in ALICE training, students and staff take proactive steps against an intruder. Those in our schools know that they may have to take care of themselves until the authorities arrive. Although we can't control when and where danger strikes, we can control how we respond. If unable to leave a room, lockdown is utilized and those inside create a physical barrier between themselves and the intruder. If they can leave, they have been taught to exit the building as quickly and quietly as possible. They know that being prepared to be aggressive and encounter an attacker at a time like this is critically important. In these situations, as law enforcement approaches our schools, they can see into the buildings in real time by accessing school cameras and the monitors they have in their vehicles. The police are also able to access virtual maps of inside each school, similar to what you would see on Google Earth. Using maps, camera feeds, and the information they have obtained through the Marks radio, they can have the best possible opportunity to save lives. As an extra layer of protection, we meet regularly with law enforcement to review our protocols and make necessary changes. While these changes are critically necessary and improve safety in our schools, Willoughby Eastlake also understands that it's our responsibility to assist those around us by addressing mental health needs. We have increased the number of counselors available to students and their families in hopes to avoid life-threatening situations. In conjunction with this, we consistently remind students, staff, and our community that if they see something, they should say something. On our website, students have access to the Safe School Helpline. Using this resource, modalities available include a phone number for live help, a number for texting, and an app that can be used by students. Each year we have had the students use these resources to report concerns, and we are grateful for these reports. Diligence in reporting can save lives. Although the likelihood of an intruder entering our schools is low, conflict can emerge, and we need our students and staff to have skills readily available to them to respond to those situations. Safety is the number one priority of Willoughby Eastlake, and we are committed to doing all that we can to deliver a high-quality, secure educational experience for all of our students.